Hello and welcome to my channel. If you've never been here before, hello, my name is Jonna. Usually we meet here on Mondays for weekly vlogs. Lately, I don't know, girl, I've had a lot of ideas in my head that I wanted to film. And so last week we talked about some small business gift guides, shopping small this holiday season. Today, I'm a little more selfish. Today, we're talking about what I would do if I had $1,000 to spend at Sephora. This video was really popular a couple months ago, and you know what? I just thought better late than never. This sounds like such a fun video to film, so here we are. Let's go ahead and dive right in. As soon as I decided I was gonna film this video, I knew exactly the first thing that I would stick in my cart was gonna be a Pat McGrath palette. I actually ended up sticking 2 Pat McGrath palettes in, but the first thing I did was run on over to Miss Morgan Turner's channel. She does a lot of videos about luxury makeup. She does some drugstore stuff too, but you know, if you need to know the 411 on some luxury makeup, that's where you head. She describes herself as a product knowledge enthusiast, and a product knowledge enthusiast she is. She has taught me so much. I mean, not me personally, like she just teaches everybody, but like, I feel like we're best friends. She just doesn't know it. But anyway, besides that, she did do a video ranking all the Pat McGrath palettes, and that is what I used to actually decide which one I was gonna do, because every time I decide, you know, I'm gonna treat myself, I'm gonna buy myself that Pat McGrath palette, every time I look at them, I'm just like, they kind of look boring. But I know that Pat McGrath has a very special formula, and you have to feel it and use it and blend with it. And I just can't do it ever. I can never bite the bullet. However, if I had $1,000 to just spend willy-nilly, the first thing that would be going in that cart is this Pat McGrath palette. This is the Mothership 3 Subversive palette. And I'm just gonna look at my laptop a little here. Don't be offended. I'm not looking at you. I'm looking at my laptop. I gotta, you know, I'm cheap. I don't own these products. So we're just gonna look here so I can talk to you about them. That greeny gold olive color is what won my heart. I love greens and I love blues, and that green just, ooh, she's perfect. I would love to play with that eyeshadow and not like sold it as it is, but that shade right under it, I don't know if that's a blue, a purple, a blurple, if you will, but that shade, those 2 shades won this palette for me. I also would like to try that one with the red color in it. I don't know what it's called, but it is beautiful. However, this one, definitely the one I would go with. I only meant to put one Pat McGrath palette in here, guys, but then she went and she had this outstanding holiday collection that I had to hold back. I wanted that big palette too. This quad, I will be purchasing. Austin doesn't need to know that I'm purchasing it, but I'm gonna be purchasing it. I don't care if it's $58 for 4 eyeshadows. This is the Celestial Divinity Luxe Quad in Interstellar Icon. Sorry, I was looking at the Sephora website and it's very small and I'm very blind. That blue is out of this world phenomenal. How could I live without that? $58 for 4 eyeshadows? She out her mind, but I don't know what to say. I have to have it. I have to have it. If I had $1,000, I'd already have it. But, oh, how long? I need a Pat McGrath specialist to comment and be like, how long do they usually keep holiday products in their line? Like, is it going to be gone December 25th? Is it going to be there like through January? I need it. I'm going to have to just bite the bullet, aren't I? I'm going to do it. All right, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. After I got Pat McGrath out of the way, I was a little overwhelmed. Like, I was like, this is a lot of money that I could, in my mind, be spending. Like, what would I actually spend that kind of money on at Sephora? Part of me wanted to go skincare, but I know that if that opportunity ever came up and I bought just thousands of dollars of skincare, I would be hooked to this expensive skincare that I wasn't gonna be able to live without. So I didn't want to go down that road. I can't tempt myself like that, you know? Eyeshadow palettes, they last so long. Moisturizers, not so long. So I didn't go that route. I did, however, stop and think, you know what is like the epitome of luxury? A Tom Ford lipstick. And so that's what I added next. I'm a red girl, even though I'm wearing, you know, a nude lip. You know, I had blue eyeshadow. I didn't want to go blue and red. It was going to be a lot. So I went nude. But I am a red lipstick kind of gal. And so you know I went for a red lipstick. The one I ended up choosing was the Tom Ford just matte lipstick in the color Scarlet Rouge. It is this beautiful, beautiful orangey red. Not like too orangey in your face. It doesn't quite lean rust. It is still pretty classic red, but it's not a blue red. I love this shade. I love the packaging. So simple, so like elegant. You know, can you imagine, like, you got your purse here, you take your lipstick out, you put it on this Tom Ford lipstick. If I was a one lipstick kind of bee, like my mom, it would be Tom Ford. Like, I would go ahead and invest the money. But this is a $55 lipstick. And for a girl who has 200 lipsticks, maybe, I wish I was exaggerating. But for a girl who has a lot of lipstick, there's no way I could ever justify this. But in this case, oh yeah, that's what I would buy. I kind of stayed on the same idea here and went with another lipstick. This time it was from Charlotte Tilbury, another brand that for me is very, I don't ever think of it as luxurious makeup, like not like Tom Ford, but it definitely is higher end. This is a $34 lipstick. It is the Matte Revolution lipstick in the color So 90s. So I did, you know, stray a little from that classic red, which is, if I was ever going to spend that much money on a lipstick, would definitely be red. But you know, this is $20 cheaper. So we went ahead and chose a brown, which is another one of my favorite lip colors to wear. I think this is absolutely beautiful. I love the packaging of Charlotte Tilbury. I've had one Charlotte Tilbury product. I can't speak today. One Charlotte Tilbury product in the past. I absolutely loved it. It was the Hollywood Flawless Filter. I will repurchase that one day. I just haven't yet, but ooh, she's good. So I just know, like, everything that Charlotte Tilbury makes is so beautiful and so wonderful, and the colors are just very elegant, you know. They're definitely, like, I think of it as something that I would get my mom, but I also really love Charlotte Tilbury. But this is kind of nice. It's a more of a fun color, a brown, you know, having some fun with it. I don't want to come home with nothing but red lipsticks, you know. And the next product I went with was also Charlotte Tilbury. And this was the Cheek to Chic. Can't believe I got that out in one take. The Cheek to Chic blush. I messed it up. I got too excited, guys. I chose the color Pillow Talk Intense. Like, I feel like if you're getting this product, you kind of have to go with that classic Pillow Talk, you know. This is the Pillow Talk Intense because Pillow Talk was just a little too light. I really like blush. I mean, I'm wearing a pretty basic blush today, but I am a big fan of blush. I like it loud in your face, on your nose. I love it all. I love the packaging of this. This is one of those products that, like, the compact itself is just so beautiful that, like, you want it out on display on your bathroom counter. Just kidding. Don't keep your makeup in the bathroom because the moisture in there is not good for it. But it's like that thing you want out on your vanity, you know. It is really pretty. It's beautiful, but it's a $40 blush. And quite frankly, I was gonna say ColourPop makes really good blush, but you know who makes really good blushes? Wet n Wild. Elf. These like $3 products that are like out of this world. Phenomenal. And it makes it really hard to spend $40 on a blush. But if I was just out here shopping with my own little heart and not with my budget, I would pick this up. The next product I'm actually surprised is not the first product I thought about, and it's the Marc Jacobs eyeliners, specifically in this cobalt blue color. I guess the actual color name is Out of the Blue. And I have too many Marc Jacobs eyeliners that I got at like TJ Maxx or something, and they're absolutely incredible. Like when influencers out here saying these are the best eyeliners in the world, they're not lying to you. They're the best eyeliners in the world. They glide on, they stay put, they're in great colors, but a full size is $26. $26. Do you know what I can get for like $6? A ColourPop eyeliner that's almost as good in a million different colors. I won't say they're identical in quality. They're definitely not. There's some that just like my eyes. I have very watery eyes though, so that I could be the problem. But some of the colors just come right off my eyes. Today I'm wearing a purple and it is beautiful and staying just right in my waterline. But these ones, they don't budge. Not even like the tiniest bit. They're absolutely stunning. I just don't think that I could ever bring myself in a million years to pay $26 for an eyeliner. Excuse me? Now, if my husband wants to put that in my stocking one year, absolutely hit me up. But $26 for an eyeliner, I absolutely cannot. I will never purchase it. If it comes to me as a gift, I will use it and love it and parade it around town. But me, myself, and I, only if I was a millionaire. I want to be upfront and honest with you guys. I went back and forth a lot on this. Like, I thought about it too seriously. I didn't want to put too many eyeshadow palettes in here, but at the same time, like, that's the most fun part of makeup is eyeshadow. Like, let's be real. Is it my favorite? No, but is it the most fun? Absolutely. Can I live without eyeshadow? Yes. Do I want to? Absolutely not. Never. Don't take it from me, okay? So I didn't want to put 27 eyeshadow palettes in here, but I did put a lot, okay? Don't judge me. So I tried to do a few other things, and then I was like, you know what? No, Natasha Denona, where you at? I hear so many mixed things about Natasha Denona and how she like will try a new formula, and then sometimes it's amazing and sometimes it doesn't work out. So I really struggle with wanting every single one of them and like just pulling back and telling myself, absolutely not, you cannot. Now, are they expensive? They're $129. Well, this one is. Some of them, they are cheaper than Pat McGrath. And you get more eyeshadows. However, I feel like from what I've heard, Natasha Denona is not as good as Pat McGrath. However, that's not gonna stop me from one day purchasing one, and it's gonna be this one. This is the Metropolis palette, and I'm so sorry, do you see the greens? Do you see the blues? I don't care, like the others are all beautiful. Like I loved the mustardy tones. I love some neutrals. I love some golds, some rose golds, some coppers. But you know what I really love? Blues and greens. And so this palette and all $129 of its gloriousness is in my basket. And one day I'm gonna buy it, but that day is not today, unfortunately. All right, steering away from some eyeshadows before we like dive deep into, I think the rest are eyeshadows. I did go ahead and like hop on over into the skincare side of Sephora, even though I said I wasn't going to. But here's the thing. I would spend a lot of money on a really good sunscreen. I wear sunscreen every single day of my life, even if I don't go outside. If I'm anywhere near a window, which I always am, I'm wearing sunscreen. And so I've always wanted to try Supergoop, but there's just something about a $34 face sunscreen that I'm like, I could pass and stick with my $13 sunscreen. But you know, if it's really the best of the best, then I would buy it and I would continue to buy it. This is the Supergoop Unseen Sunscreen in SPF 40, and it has just a little bit of a tint to it, and it's supposed to be like a gripping primer that's also an SPF 40 sunscreen. So I love that. And I know for a fact that one day I will buy it, but it's gonna take a minute for me to bite the bullet because I am cheap. But that's my $34 sunscreen in the bag. Okay, there's 2 Hourglass products before we jump into the rest of the eyeshadow palettes. But Hourglass is a product that I have owned in the past, or a brand I've owned products from in the past. Back before I had bills, I spent a lot more money on makeup, and I have had one of just their like setting powders as well as one of their palettes. I would love to one day buy a blush from them, but again, this is a $40 blush. It's the same deal with Charlotte Tilbury. I could go buy a $4 blush at the drugstore, but this blush right here, the ambient lighting blush, are you kidding me? These are so beautiful. I chose the color Brilliant Nude. I just really liked the marbling of this. I was very tempted to go with one of the darker colors, but I feel like if I'm gonna spend $40 on a blush one day, I would have to go with like a really classic color that I would get a ton of use out of. But I don't know, then there's like part of me that's like, no, get the fun colors. But we're gonna go with that one. However, I could not stop there at a blush. You guys, I can't be tamed. I love makeup and I love face products and I love luxurious face products. I absolutely loved the Hourglass products I have. So I did go ahead and throw in this little palette, the Ambient Lighting Face Palette in Sculpture. So they do these palettes pretty frequently. There's always one that comes out around the holidays that's limited edition and it's very annoying. However, this one has a little bit of everything. You've got blushes, bronzers, highlighters, finishing powders, all of it. And I love that bright pink blush. The whole thing is really just stunning. However, this is $80. You know, that's a pretty fair price. It's a pretty fair price, but it's just not a price that I'm spending on makeup right now. But if I was, this would be in there. All right, from here, I'm no longer lying to you. Everything else is an eyeshadow palette. I can't control myself. I have 3 Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes and I don't like them. The formula is just not that good. Like, they're all right, but they're not worth the price tag on them. However, there's something about these big Norvina palettes that just make my heart flutter a little bit, like beat a little faster. Oh, I couldn't help myself. I put 2 of them in the cart because they're so beautiful. So this one is the volume 3. I love the greens. That's why I chose this. There was another one that had quite a few greens in it, but I liked that this one had a really even amount of different colors. So there's some greens, there's some blues, there's this fun yellow up in the corner. Might be a green, like a lime green, I don't know, but it's fun. I love the purples, a little bit of pink, some neutrals in there, but not too many. I know for a fact one day I will bite the bullet and buy every single one of these Norvina palettes, and this will be the first one that I purchase because it is absolutely stunning. However, $60 is a lot of money for a makeup palette. I say, as I also talked about Natasha Denona and Pat McGrath saying that one day I would buy them. However, I think this one is the first one that I would bite the bullet on if I was like, you know what, I'm ready to spend some money. And of course, volume 4. I don't have a ton of purple eyeshadows, I don't think. I have a ColourPop palette that is Seen Better Days, and I have the Jeffree Star purple palette. However, this one is absolutely insane. I know a lot of people say that like bright yellowy lime green color is so out of place, but I absolutely disagree. I love it with the whole palette. It's so pretty. Just so many pretty purple colors here and so many different textures. Absolutely $60 one day. Not today, but one day. Definitely if I had $1,000 to spend right now. All right, and we are going to round this video off with 2 Viseart. I don't know how to say it, I'm uncultured, but we're gonna go Viseart. 2 Viseart palettes. The first one is this one in Koi. This is one of their, this is one of their 12 pan palettes that I absolutely love. These are all shimmers, but the colors just speak to me. I love the purples, the blues, that orange, the pink. There's a little bit of like green. It's just so many fun colors. I don't mind that they're all shimmers. I do not mind using them with other palettes. It's never been something that bothered me. What does bother me is this $80 price tag on this palette. Like, I know that they're supposed to be good. I so badly want to bite the bullet and buy a Viseart palette, but I don't think that I ever will. I don't think a day will ever come. I don't think I'll ever make enough money that I'm just like, $80 on a 12 pan palette, or why not? I did say I would get a Pat McGrath palette though, and that's more for a 12 pan palette. I don't know what to say. I don't know what it is about Viseart. I just can't bite the bullet. However, if my husband were to watch this and one day be like, you know what, I'm gonna surprise you, girl, I would not say no to this palette. It's very expensive. It would hurt my soul, but it's beautiful. I love her. All right, guys, here's the thing. I went over budget by $86 because I added everything else to the cart, and then I was like, ooh, Viseart has those big palettes. They actually only have one on the Sephora website, which is the Viseart Grande Pro Volume 2, which is this beautiful shimmery palette, but it's not like they have rainbow palettes, and it's definitely not that one. This one has a lot of purple and a lot of blue. It's probably the last of the Grande palettes that I would have chosen. However, it's the one on the website. I would really love the like rainbow matte one or the shimmery matte one. Oh, shimmery matte. I would really love the like matte rainbow one or the shimmery rainbow one. or that like really beautiful neutral one. Oh my gosh, because I love matte shadows and people rave about their matte shadows. However, this is the one that was on the website, so this is what we chose. This palette is $175, and I don't know what it is about Viseart. Again, I am willing to one day bite the bullet on Natasha Denona. I am one day willing to bite the bullet on Pat McGrath. There's something about Viseart that just doesn't, the palettes themselves call my name, but then I see the price tag and I'm like, no. Whereas with Pat McGrath, I'm like, yeah, I'd pay that one day. But this one, I just don't know that I will ever bite the bullet on. Maybe one of the matte palettes, but this one is beautiful. And if I did just have this endless stream of income and no bills, I would snag every single one of the Viseart palettes. These are absolutely beautiful. All right, that is all I have for today. If you liked this video, like, comment, subscribe, stick around. I am here every Monday with a weekly vlog, and sometimes we're testing the waters. Sometimes Wednesdays. This is a new thing. We'll see if I keep up with that, but I will definitely be here every Monday with a weekly vlog. I hope you guys are having a great day and have an incredible week, and I will see you next time. Bye. You guys, somebody was feeling left out. Buddy. Oh, my angel. So, we're just gonna hold him. It's fine.